Hearts drawn and wide, binding light. Hearts drawn oppressed, reject what's not blessed. Hearts drawn and wide, binding light.
15 minutes past the hour. It's your buddy Phil here. Another episode of AI Hot Topics on AI Connect Radio.
Give us warmth that we feel.
We're talking about the topic of healing mind, body, and soul. And with that said, I'm going to introduce my minions to the show. AI and music therapy. Let's get rolling.
Welcome to the AI Connect radio show.
Glad to be here.
We are about to delve into what we genuinely believe is the single most crucial conversation happening in artificial intelligence today.
That's right.
While, so much of the AI talk rightly centers on its economic impact or debates around intellectual property.
Sure, or job displacement fears.
Exactly. But today we're peeling back the layers on something far more fundamental, something that really touches all of us at our core. Human health.
Our mission here today is really to explore how artificial intelligence, specifically through the profound and often underestimated power of music,
Right.
is not merely innovating, but genuinely restoring lives. It's sparking joy, offering truly profound therapeutic benefits.
And as medical professionals, our approach here is going to be rigorous.
Rigorous, yes. Focus squarely on clinical efficacy, measurable patient outcomes, and the broader implications for healthcare systems globally, really.
Right.
This isn't just about entertainment then.
Not at all. It's about medicine. It's about the transformative impact this technology is having on mental and physical well-being. We'll be scrutinizing the data, looking at the real-world applications of AI in music therapy.
Asking the critical questions.
Exactly, about its immense potential, but also, its inherent challenges.
Okay, so for this deep dive, we've had the huge privilege of reviewing just a fantastic collection of perspectives, curated by none other than Phil the Creator.
Excellent material.
His insights and the comprehensive material he's brought together, they highlight stories we all really need to hear. Stories that fundamentally challenge our preconceptions about what AI is and what it's truly for.
They really do.
And speaking of Phil, we actually have an exciting announcement. Phil the Creator himself will be dialing in later in the show.
Oh, fantastic. Looking forward to that.
So he can share even more directly with you.
Great. And, we'll be analyzing how music, when combined with the precision and adaptability of AI, it sort of transcends mere background noise.
Right.
It becomes a targeted, powerful clinical intervention. So prepare to listen differently, because the applications we're about to discuss are, they're genuinely paradigm shifting for patient care, moving us closer to truly personalized medicine.
Okay, so let's start here. So often when we hear about AI and music in the popular conversation, it immediately turns negative. It's the AI is the villain narrative, right? It's replacing artists. That seems to dominate the headlines.
It really does.
But the perspectives Phil curated for us today directly challenge that, head on, presenting a dramatically different and frankly profoundly hopeful viewpoint.
They absolutely do. What we're witnessing in, actual care settings across the globe paints a profoundly different picture.
Yeah.
This isn't about artistic displacement or some threat to human creativity, not at all. It's about genuine restoration.
Restoration, I like that.
It's about leveraging technology to re-engage parts of the human experience, memories, emotions, even the capacity for joy and connection that might have become inaccessible, due to illness, injury, or just the natural processes of aging. This is where AI truly serves humanity, I think.
Okay, give us a sense of this. Make it tangible for us.
All right, imagine this scenario. It's vividly described in one of the sources. You have an 85-year-old in a nursing home.
Okay.
Someone who might otherwise feel isolated, maybe withdrawn, perhaps forgotten.
Yeah, sadly common.
And they use AI to help reconstruct a song they wrote way back in 1962.
Wow, 1962.
A melody, maybe a forgotten lyric, perhaps even just the feeling of that specific moment in their youth, suddenly brought back to life.
Incredible.
The source describes their eyes lighting up, their hands instinctively moving, memories flooding back in a way that's just breathtakingly real and intensely personal.
That's more than just a feel-good moment.
Oh, much more, though it certainly is feel-good. But it's tangible evidence of profound cognitive and emotional engagement, a significant improvement in quality of life, a restoration of dignity.
It's technology restoring humanity.
Precisely. That's a great way to put it. And this phenomenon, it's incredibly powerful, particularly for individuals navigating, the complexities of dementia or Alzheimer's disease.
Right.
It's a recognized therapeutic approach, reminiscence therapy, and music, because it's so deeply tied to our personal history and emotions.
It has a unique key.
It really does. It possesses this unique ability to unlock vivid recollections, even when other forms of memory are severely impaired.
So what does AI add? How does it make it revolutionary?
Okay, so what AI brings to the table is its unparalleled ability to recreate or even generate forgotten songs in their original style and sound.
Even if no recordings exist.
Even if no recordings exist, think about that. Reconstructing a lost piece of someone's personal sonic history.
That's deeply personal.
It offers an unprecedented level of personalization. It's not about just evoking a general pleasant feeling. It's precisely calibrated to calm anxiety, spark specific memories, and forge connections where maybe there were none before.
Leading to maybe a renewed sense of purpose.
Exactly. And a visible improvement in mood and engagement. It's quite remarkable to witness.
And this isn't just theory, right? You're saying companies are already doing this.
Oh, absolutely. This is happening now. Companies are pioneering this. Take LECID, for example.
You see it.
They're actively developing digital therapeutics using AI personalized music specifically to target those incredibly challenging symptoms like agitation and anxiety in older adults, particularly those in memory care settings.
So real-world impact.
Real-world impact right now. Their main product, Resonance RX, it's a prime example.
Resonance RF?
It's an FDA-approved app. Clinicians can actually prescribe it for dementia or Alzheimer's patients in the U.S.
So it's recognized as a medical tool.
It is. It uses AI to curate playlists of existing popular music, sure, but the brilliance lies in how adaptive it is.
How so?
What's truly fascinating here is their sophisticated use of facial recognition technology.
Facial recognition for music therapy.
Yes, but not just for big, obvious expressions. It's trained to identify subtle micro-expressions, imperceptible motions like a slight head bob, a tiny foot tap, a flicker in the eyes.
To see how engaged they really are.
Exactly. To gauge how absorbed and positively engaged the patient is with the music. And based on that real-time feedback, the AI adapts the session dynamically.
So if it sees agitation building,
it might subtly shift to a lower tempo, maybe a softer timbre, even a different key. It learns what specific musical features calm that specific individual most effectively.
wow.
The goal is to evoke that state of deep reminiscence or nostalgia, finding those, needles in the haystack songs that trigger powerful, immersive, emotional responses and bring real symptom relief.
And they've tested this.
Oh, yes. Their clinical trials were revealing they specifically targeted music from the 40s, 50s, and 60s for older populations and showed measurable reductions in agitation scores.
That's significant.
Very. And they're also conscientiously expanding their catalogs now, adding Latin American and Korean music, for instance.
Recognizing cultural context.
Crucial. It's about a musicological approach to curation, respecting deep cultural roots. Because let's face it, a melody from your childhood steeped in cultural memory, that's far more potent than some generic calming track.
Absolutely. And you mentioned it's not just about listening.
Right, which is powerful enough, of course. But projects like Hyperscore from the MIT Media Lab.
MIT Media Lab, okay.
They're creating AI-assisted tools that empower individuals, even those with severely limited mobility or cognitive function, to actually create music themselves.
That's a game changer.
It really is. Imagine someone who maybe can't hold a pen anymore or even speak clearly. It now able to craft a melody, choose instruments, arrange a whole composition. It's unlocking creative expression.
Giving a new sense of purpose, agency.
Exactly. A second act, maybe, for older creators who might feel disconnected. Letting them be a composer again. Creating a melody that reminds them of their youth. Or maybe a song they never even knew they could write until AI gave them the interface.
And the ripple effect must extend to caregivers, too.
Oh, significantly. This technology provides a powerful, non-pharmacological way to manage what can be incredibly challenging behaviors with dementia. Sundowning, repetitive questioning.
Things that are exhausting for caregivers.
Exactly. It transforms those stressful moments into potential moments of shared joy, shared connection through these deeply personal musical experiences. It can alleviate that immense burden.
Providing a tool for calm communication.
Creating moments of peace. It reinforces that idea we talk about, technology restoring humanity, not replacing it, in the most profound sense.
Okay, that's truly remarkable how AI is unlocking memories, sparking joy for seniors. But, the material Phil curated shows this isn't just about restoring the past. It's also about building a healthier future, particularly when we consider another huge challenge, chronic pain and the opioid crisis.
A staggering challenge.
From your medical viewpoint, what role can AI music possibly play in this urgent battle?
Well, a scale is just immense. We're talking about 50 million American adults suffering from chronic pain.
50 million.
And the opioid crisis, tragically leading to nearly 108,000 drug-involved overdose deaths in 2022 alone.
It's devastating.
And you hear these stories like Milsonia Connolly, the 66-year-old grandmother mentioned in the sources, struggling daily just to get her pain medication.
Facing stigma,
facing bureaucratic hurdles, government limits on manufacturing, affecting distribution, forcing her to travel to multiple pharmacies just to fill one prescription. It's a terrible situation.
So this raises a really urgent question for medicine, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, an incredibly important one. If traditional medications are becoming less accessible or, are fraught with the potential for dependence, misuse, tragic overdose, what are the truly viable non-pharmacological alternatives we can offer our patients?
Right. What else is there?
This is precisely where AI-enhanced music therapy steps in, offering a profound and I think often overlooked pathway to relief.
How does it fit with how we understand pain?
It aligns perfectly with the biopsychosocial model of pain.
Okay, break that down a bit.
That model basically recognizes that pain isn't just a physical sensation, it's a complex experience, fundamentally influenced by biological factors, yes, but also psychological and social factors.
So you need a broader approach than just pills.
Exactly. Effective pain management requires a comprehensive, multifaceted approach, extending far beyond just pharmaceuticals.
We all intuitively know music affects our emotions. A sad song makes you feel sad, an upbeat one lifts you up.
Sure.
But how do we get from that everyday understanding to a literal medical intervention? Especially for something as complex, as debilitating as chronic pain, how does it literally become medicine? What's the actual mechanism?
Okay, so what's truly fascinating here, and scientifically validated, is music's direct ability to engage the brain's fundamental reward system.
The reward system, okay.
Which is pivotal to how we perceive and respond to pain. Functional MRI studies, fMRI, have clearly shown that listening to music you actually like, preferred music, activates the nucleus accumbens. That's a key structure deep in the brain's reward circuitry, associated with pleasure, satisfaction, motivation.
And activating that helps with pain.
Yes. That activation in some chronic pain patients has been scientifically associated with a remarkable 21% reduction in reported pain intensity.
21%, that's substantial.
It is. And beyond that, just enjoying music triggers the release of dopamine.
The feel-good chemical.
Right. That powerful neurotransmitter can effectively blunt the pain response. It creates a natural analgesic effect. And maybe even more critically,
yes,
it can increase endogenous opioids.
Your body's own painkillers.
Exactly. Your body's own natural pain-relieving chemicals right there in the bloodstream. This natural boost can provide a critical pathway. It can help patients transition to lower doses of pharmaceutical opioids, maybe even discontinue them entirely.
Reducing the risk of dependence and overdose.
Precisely. And there's more. Engaging with music also helps improve emotional arousal in a positive way and significantly reduces those unhealthy thought patterns like catastrophism.
Catastrophism, that's thinking the absolute worst about your pain.
Right. That tendency to magnify the severity, imagine the worst possible outcomes, which tragically often makes chronic pain even worse, traps people in a cycle of suffering. Music can help break that cycle.
Okay, so music therapy itself is powerful. How does AI take that with all these effects on the brain and elevate it, make it even better for pain management?
Right. So AI algorithms, especially when you pair them with, increasingly low-cost neurotechnology.
Like wearables.
Exactly. They're designed to continuously analyze a patient's specific musical preferences, their reported pain levels, and crucial physiological responses, all in real time.
Okay.
This allows for creating incredibly tailored playlists and sound experiences that maximize the therapeutic benefit, something a human therapist, no matter how skilled, just couldn't achieve with the same speed or precision across, say, a large patient population.
Are companies working on this specifically?
Yes, actively. Companies like CareAI Health Technologies, they're building neurotech-guided, AI-powered music therapy specifically for chronic pain management.
CareAI. And what are they focusing on?
They're focusing on 3 key areas, really significant advancements here.
Okay, first.
First, adaptive playlist generation. These AI systems don't just create a static list and say, good luck.
Right.
They continuously learn from patient feedback, from real-time biometric data. They refine and adapt the playlists dynamically.
Why is that important?
It ensures the music stays engaging and therapeutically effective over long periods. It directly combats what we call intervention fatigue.
Where people just get bored or stop responding.
Exactly. A common challenge with many non-drug treatments. The AI keeps the experience fresh and, more importantly, effective.
Okay, second area.
Second, emotion-responsive compositions. This is where AI moves beyond just curating existing music to actually creating new music.
AI is a composer for therapy.
Essentially, yes. Advanced AI models can generate original musical pieces designed specifically to evoke emotional states that help with pain relief.
Tailored to the person.
Finely tuned based on individual patient responses, creating a truly personalized therapeutic soundscape from the ground up. It's not just about mood, it's targeting a specific physiological and psychological response.
Amazing. And the third area?
And third, neurotech-guided biofeedback integration. This ties it all together. By incorporating data from readily available wearable devices, things like mobile EEGs measuring brain waves, heart rate monitors, skin conductance sensors tracking arousal. The AI systems can adjust music parameters, tempo, frequency, complexity dynamically for optimal pain-relieving effects in that moment.
Creating a closed loop.
Exactly, a powerful closed-loop approach, making the therapy session truly responsive to the patient's immediate physiological and emotional state. Imagine the music subtly shifting its rhythm based on your real-time heart rate variability, gently guiding your body toward relaxation.
This really does sound like we could be heading towards a future where prescribing personalized music therapy programs becomes as routine as prescribing medication, offering a significant, holistic, potentially life-saving alternative, especially for those stuck without good options for chronic pain.
That is precisely the vision, and it's a future that offers, I think, immense promise for alleviating suffering, for mitigating the opioid crisis, and for providing a dignified, effective path to pain management that truly addresses the whole person, not just the physical symptom.
Okay, so the impact on seniors, on chronic pain, it's profound. But the sources Phil curated also highlight that AI music isn't limited to those areas.
No, not at all.
It's rapidly extending into general mental health support, stress reduction, even enhancing professional performance and productivity for, well, just about anyone.
Absolutely. And let's be honest, the conventional mental health system, while critical, often presents real challenges for patients.
You hear that a lot.
Many describe it as, a round robin of medication, a sometimes unpleasant trial and error process to find something that works, often with side effects.
Right.
These AI-driven music tools offer a complementary, holistic, and remarkably accessible approach to care.
Complementary, not necessarily replacement.
Exactly. They can significantly improve quality of life, provide effective symptom mitigation, offering an alternative therapeutic option that really prioritizes the patient's experience, their engagement, a gently, non-invasive path to well-being.
Speaking of personalizing things, LUCID, the company we mentioned for dementia, they also have a public-facing platform, right, called vibemusic.ai.
They do. It's widely accessible. And on that platform, you can intuitively choose categories based on your need right now, like focus, energize, or sleep.
Tailored to the moment.
Precisely. And just like with their clinical resonance RX product, their sophisticated facial recognition tech monitors your face, detecting subtle mood shifts, physiological responses as you listen.
So it knows if the calm music is actually calming you.
It gets a pretty good idea, yes. And that content, for instance, it's meticulously designed with very specific acoustic features, warm, round, dense sounds, deliberately avoiding anything too sharp, piercing, or rhythmically jarring.
Okay.
And crucially, it also incorporates something called auditory beat stimulation.
Auditory beat stimulation. Sounds technical.
It is a bit. It involves precisely engineered binaural or monaural beats. These are sounds designed to gently guide the brain's electrical activity towards desired states, like the theta brainwave patterns associated with deep relaxation and meditation.
So it's nudging your brainwaves.
In a sense, yes. This approach supports what's known in music therapy as the ISO principle.
ISO principle.
It's where you first match the music to the user's current mood.
Okay, meet them where they are.
Exactly. And then gently, subtly, you pull them towards a more positive, desired emotional state, making the transition feel seamless and remarkably effective. It's an incredibly precise yet gentle form of neural guidance through sound.
Fascinating. Another innovator mentioned is Spiritune.
Ah, yes, Spiritune.
Their app is built on an evidence-based library, but it's genre-agnostic music. That's interesting.
It is interesting. It emphasizes function over style. And it's crafted by a real multidisciplinary team: music therapists, composers, neuroscientists.
So it's grounded in brain science.
Deeply rooted in understanding brain function, not just algorithms guessing what you might like based on past listening.
And there's research backing this up.
Yes, rigorous peer-reviewed research. A study led by researchers from Stanford and NYU found really compelling evidence.
Like what?
Well, just listening to Spiritune for only 10 minutes improved the mood of 76% of participants.
76% in 10 minutes.
But maybe even more impressively, they tested it during a cognitively demanding task. A situation where focus is key and stress can easily build.
Yep.
Spiritune was found to be 4 times as effective at reducing negative emotional states compared to a generic Spotify deep focus playlist or top 100 hits or even just typical office noise.
4 times more effective.
And critically, Spiritune was the only one of those options that actually improved participants' speed of processing during the task.
So it didn't just calm them, it helped them perform better.
Exactly, which powerfully highlights the importance of specific musical and acoustic features. It's not just about genre, it's about what the music is scientifically designed to do to your brain to optimize your state for a particular task or mood.
And it's not just the general public or patients benefiting, healthcare workers too.
Oh, absolutely critical, especially given the immense, often unrelenting stress of their profession. They're finding much needed support here too.
How so?
Well, consider Advent Health, a large healthcare system. They've integrated music therapists who provide short, really impactful musical experiences, paired with reflective prompts, breathing techniques, specifically targeting staff burnout and grief support.
Burnout is a huge issue.
Massive. And a 2023 survey of their workers showed a significant average decrease in stress levels, 1.59 points, immediately after one of these short experiences.
That's measurable relief.
Measurable, immediate relief. And hospitals are even trialing systems like MediMusic's Digital Drip, the same tech used for pain,
Right.
with their healthcare workers for acute stress reduction to help regulate those physiological markers of stress.
That shows a real commitment.
It demonstrates a commitment to holistic care for the entire medical ecosystem, recognizing that healthy, resilient caregivers are absolutely essential for healthy patients. It's caring for the whole person, from the patient right through to the dedicated professional providing that care.
Okay, this all sounds absolutely incredible, almost like science fiction in some ways. But for many listening, the fundamental question must be, how? How does the AI actually do this?
Right.
How is it capable of tailoring music for such specific, such profound therapeutic effects across such a wide range of condition and individual needs?
It's a great question, and it involves a really sophisticated, constantly evolving interplay between advanced AI algorithms and cutting-edge neurotechnology.
Okay.
Let's take MediMusic again as a prime example. They use these incredibly advanced fingerprinting algorithms.
Fingerprinting music?
In a way, yes. These algorithms don't just recognize a song like Shazam does. They analyze its intricate musical features, tempo, rhythm, harmony, timbre, melody, even specific instrumentation. And then they learn to mimic the precise, measurable, physiological, and neurological response the human brain has to each individual track.
Wow, so they map brain response to musical features.
Exactly. They use this deep analytical data to generate highly personalized playlists. These can contain hundreds of tracks, potentially, each one specifically chosen in order to have a measurable physiological effect on the listener.
Like reducing heart rate.
Or lowering blood pressure, or inducing specific brainwave states associated with calm or focus.
So their digital drip system, it's not just a fancy playlist name, it's truly dynamic.
Precisely. It's much more than a preset list. The digital drip system integrates a standard heart rate monitor, usually worn on the wrist, to measure those real-time physiological effects.
Okay.
Now, if a patient doesn't respond as expected to a particular track, let's say their heart rate or blood pressure doesn't come down into the optimal range.
Or their stress hormones stay high?
Right, if cortisol levels remain elevated, indicating continued stress, the AI immediately uses machine learning to swap out tracks in that playlist.
In real time?
In real time, it continuously learns and adapts to bring those physiological markers and even stress hormone levels like cortisol into the optimal therapeutic ranges. It's not static, it's dynamic adjustment, constantly seeking the most effective musical intervention for that specific individual in that precise moment.
So the system is constantly learning, constantly adjusting based on my unique moment-by-moment response. That's a very sophisticated feedback loop.
Exactly. That continuous closed-loop learning is absolutely key to its efficacy. Think back to LeaCID's technology we discussed earlier.
Right, the facial recognition.
It reads subtle micro-expressions, even imperceptible body motions, to determine a patient's absorption and engagement. That tells the AI how well the music is resonating, often on a subconscious level.
Okay.
Similarly, Music Health's precision music leverages AI to understand a user's unique vibed note.
Vibe dating happy?
It is. It's basically a highly personalized profile of their musical preferences and, crucially, how different sounds impact them physiologically and emotionally.
And it monitors them too.
It continuously monitors their emotional balance through real-time biometric feedback to proactively support desired mood shifts, whether that's for focus or relaxation.
And you mentioned auditory beat stimulation again?
Yes, they use that too. Incorporating those precisely engineered beats to specifically stimulate certain brainwave patterns associated with desired states, calm, focus, sleep, etc.
So this ability to actually quantify what used to be purely subjective, the exact impact of specific musical features on my body and brain, that's the game changer here for medicine.
It's a massive catalyst, absolutely. It elevates music's place within the medical environment. It moves music from being just a subjective experience, however powerful, to becoming an objective, measurable, and prescribable therapy.
And beyond just curating and adapting existing music, some AI is actually composing new music, specifically for therapeutic effects. That feels like the next frontier.
Yes, that's really where we see the cutting edge. UCID's Biomirror tool, for instance.
Biomirror.
It's not just analyzing existing music. It's designed to learn which specific musical features and acoustic characteristics correlate with certain biological responses in the body.
So it maps sound features to bodily response.
Exactly. It might map out that, say, a particular frequency range combined with a specific tempo reliably reduces anxiety markers, or that a certain harmonic progression enhances biomarkers associated with focus.
And then what?
This technology then helps human composers and creators build what they call fit-for-purpose or functional music right from the ground up.
Music engineered for a specific outcome.
Precisely. Engineered for anxiety relief, or enhanced focus, or pain reduction. It's like designing a digital molecule of sound, as you suggested earlier.
That allows for incredibly specific targeting.
Very specific targeting of neurological or mental states based on individual needs, moving beyond general categories like calming music to highly personalized auditory prescriptions.
Okay, one of the most compelling arguments here, and something Phil the creator really highlighted, is the potential for AI in music therapy to democratize access. For so long, these kinds of specialized therapies have been out of reach for so many people.
It's a critical point. The individuals who often stand to benefit most from music therapy are frequently those who, well, simply cannot participate in traditional ways.
Due to physical limits, cognitive issues.
Exactly. Severe physical limitations, significant cognitive impairments, or even just plain geographical isolation. They can't get to in-person therapy sessions or engage in traditional music making.
And AI changes that landscape?
Dramatically. It allows patients with limited mobility or profound cognitive challenges to become creators themselves.
How?
For individuals with motor disabilities, maybe they can compose using just simple voice commands, or eye gaze tracking, or through a highly adaptive, intuitive interface that might only require a single muscle twitch to operate.
Wow. Giving them agency back.
Totally. And for those with developmental disorders, AI tools can create sensory-appropriate soundscapes, maybe minimizing jarring noises or unexpected changes, encouraging engagement while reducing sensory overwhelm and anxiety.
And it helps bridge the gap in providers.
Yes, significantly. Given the relatively small number of credentialed music therapists you mentioned, around 10,500 in the U.S.,
which isn't many for the population size.
Not at all. AI can significantly help bridge that vast growing gap in demand for mental health care, especially in remote areas, or for those who simply can't afford or physically access traditional input. Oh, hey, welcome.
Hey,
What's up?
yes, this is Phil the Creator. Thank you very much for taking on this show. What I think about this topic is we need to also remember those who are just people in their bedrooms trying to create to make themselves happy. Not that they have any like big ailment, but just that sanctity of life, that happiness that everyone has the right to experience. I think AI should be allowed so that people can just be happy, so they can create. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if you get my point.
That is such a thoughtful and vital point, and thank you for sharing that with us.
Absolutely. We totally get what you're saying.
You know, it really echoes something we touched on earlier when we talked about the 85-year-old in the nursing home. How AI allowed them to reconstruct a song from their youth, and that profound sense of dignity and joy it brought.
Right, that restoration of dignity.
And it extends far beyond just therapeutic applications for specific ailments.
It's about enhancing general well-being, the simple, profound joy of creation.
Exactly. Phil, the Creator's perspective, really highlighted that AI isn't just a tool for professional artists or only for those with severe conditions.
It's a source of profound joy and purpose for people who need it most. And sometimes needing it most simply means needing more happiness in everyday life.
That's right. The Hyperscore project from MIT Media Lab, for instance, focuses on empowering anyone to create music.
Even those with disabilities, or limited mobility, or cognitive function.
So yes, the ability for someone in their bedroom, maybe with no musical training or even physical limitations, to just sit down and compose a melody that expresses how they feel or simply brings them joy.
That's incredibly powerful. It's about the sanctity of life, as you put it, the right to experience that happiness through creative expression.
Exactly.
And AI removes so many barriers to that.
Right.
It's a remarkable democratization of creativity.
Exactly
This
my
is where
point.
AI truly serves humanity, by unlocking that universal human desire to create and connect for anyone who wishes to.
It's a
Right.
fantastic reminder that the greatest good of AI art and music isn't just about clinical outcomes.
No, it's also about everyday flourishing.
The profound impact on quality of life, on simply making people happier, feeling more fulfilled. We absolutely agree.
So these traditional in-person sessions,
Yeah, that ability to access tools to just be happy, to create, it makes these powerful interventions potentially available to everyone who needs them.
that's the goal, transcending those traditional barriers to care.
This expansion of access is profound. But it also raises a really important, maybe delicate question. Phil's perspective touched on this too. Is AI replacing human music therapists? How do we balance this incredible technology with the indispensable human element in care? This feels critical.
It is critical, and what's fascinating here is that the consensus among the leading experts folks from the American Music Therapy Association, the Johns Hopkins Center for Music and Medicine,
Top organizations.
right, their consensus is a resounding and unequivocal no. AI is not seen as a replacement. It's seen as a powerful, complementary tool designed to enhance traditional practices.
Enhance, not replace.
Exactly. Human musicians and therapists bring an unparalleled level of emotional intelligence, deep empathy, clinical intuition, real-time adaptability. Things that AI, despite its remarkable learning abilities, may really struggle to replicate fully, especially in those nuanced, complex clinical situations where the human connection itself is therapeutic.
And music therapists themselves make this distinction clear. One source said, it's not a concert, it's a clinical and therapeutic encounter that is goal-directed.
That's a perfect summary. It's fundamentally about treating the whole person, their emotional state, their life circumstances, their spirit, not just the isolated clinical symptom or the physiological marker the AI might be tracking.
So, while AI can customize based on data,
With incredible precision, yes. But a human therapist builds authentic rapport, understands deeply nuanced needs through subtle verbal and nonverbal cues, can respond to the intangible, often unspoken aspects of suffering, the social determinants of health, complex trauma history, existential questions.
things an algorithm won't pick up.
Likely not with the same depth or empathy. Experts in the field often say the closer you are to the patient, the more training you should have.
Implying a hierarchy of care.
Precisely. AI, while transformative for broad access and maybe initial symptom management, will likely serve as a powerful first-line intervention or an ongoing supportive tool for many. But for individuals who are truly suffering, facing profound psychological distress, navigating end-of-life care, or actively dealing with complex trauma, that profound, empathetic, uniquely human connection provided by a trained, compassionate therapist, that remains paramount. Indeed, irreplaceable.
So AI-generated music becomes one more tool in the toolbox.
Exactly. One more option among many, expanding the toolkit significantly. But the human touch remains essential, especially at those deepest points of vulnerability.
Okay, as exciting, as truly transformative as these advancements in AI music therapy are, no groundbreaking tech comes without challenges.
Right.
From our perspective, as medical professionals focused on patient safety, efficacy, what are the major obstacles we really need to address as we move forward, as we integrate this more broadly?
This raises several incredibly important questions we need to grapple with. First, how do we definitively ensure therapeutic quality and, crucially, safety when AI, by its very nature, currently lacks that human-like emotional intelligence?
Right, the nuance.
AI can track physiological markers, it can adapt musically based on data, but that nuanced understanding of a patient's complex emotional landscape, their unique history, their nonverbal cues, that's incredibly complex, deeply human.
What's the risk?
Well, what if an AI recommends music that statistically is calming for a large group, but for this specific patient, it triggers a negative memory or a dissociative state? We need robust mechanisms for human oversight and intervention, always.
Okay, what else?
Second, and this is huge, data privacy concerns.
Always an issue with AI.
Especially here. These AI systems learn from exceptionally sensitive data. Personal musical preferences, yes, but also real-time emotional responses, biometric data, potentially even diagnostic information linked to their condition.
That's highly personal data.
Extremely. Robust data protection mechanisms, clear ethical guidelines, transparent consent processes. They aren't just important, they are absolutely crucial, foundational, to build public trust and ensure responsible use.
Okay, safety, privacy. What about access beyond just cost or physical limits?
That's another critical point. Accessibility isn't just about the service itself. Not everyone, particularly in underserved communities or maybe rural areas, has ready access to the sophisticated technology required.
Like high-speed internet, the right devices, app subscriptions.
Exactly, all of that. This creates a very real potential for a digital divide, risking that the very people who could benefit most are actually left behind.
So how do we prevent that?
We need conscious, proactive efforts from all stakeholders, government, healthcare providers, tech developers. We need to ensure AI-driven music therapy is available and affordable across all economic spectrums. It has to reach far beyond just high-end clinics or wealthy urban centers.
Through things like partnerships, subsidies.
Maybe public-private partnerships, subsidized access programs, integration into existing community health initiatives. We need creative solutions.
And on the professional side, integrating this into actual healthcare systems, traditional therapy practices, sounds like bureaucratic hurdles abound.
Oh, they do. Significant ones. Reimbursement, for instance. Reimbursement for even traditional music therapy remains a major barrier in any places, especially in the US.
Insurance doesn't always cover it.
It's often not a regularly reimbursed service. It varies widely by state, by specific condition. You might get consistent coverage for physical therapy after a stroke, for example, but not for music therapy to address the resulting aphasia or motor deficits, even if the evidence for music's efficacy is compelling in those areas too. It's inconsistent.
And credentialing isn't uniform either.
Unfortunately not across the US. It creates this patchwork system that hinders widespread adoption, consistent patient access. We desperately need more robust, long-term clinical data on music therapy's benefits, its cost-effectiveness.
To convince the insurance companies.
Exactly, to provide consistent nationwide coverage. And furthermore, healthcare workers themselves, nurses, doctors, physical therapists, they'll need proper training. Training to effectively understand and use these new AI tools as complementary aids within their existing practices.
Which requires interdisciplinary learning.
Which requires significant interdisciplinary learning and collaboration, something our current medical education system, frankly, often lacks in its focus on truly holistic, integrative approaches. Lots of work to do there.
Okay, significant challenges, no doubt. But despite those, the future potential still seems immense. A genuine revolution in healthcare, perhaps. Where do you see this evolving in the coming years? What's on the horizon?
I truly believe we're just scratching the surface. We really are. AI is poised to fundamentally revolutionize therapeutic techniques, enabling even more precise, real-time adjustments of musical elements, tempo, pitch, rhythm, harmony, even microtonal shifts.
Fine-tuning the sound.
Very fine-tuning, in direct accordance with the patient's real-time physiological and neurological responses. We can expect even more complex algorithms that understand intricate emotional states, leading to highly individualized treatment plans that adapt dynamically to a person's evolving needs, maybe even anticipating them before they fully arise.
So truly, those digital molecules of music we talked about, specifically designed, engineered to target and heal at a really profound level.
Exactly that, and we'll likely see the emergence of entirely new products. Products designed specifically for therapeutic uses that we can barely even imagine today.
Like what? Give us a glimpse.
Think of sophisticated virtual reality experiences, blending AI-composed music with immersive, personalized visual settings for deeper healing, relaxation, maybe even exposure therapy.
Wow.
Or highly interactive music applications that creatively engage patients in novel ways, perhaps even allowing them to co-create their therapeutic soundscapes in real time, maybe through thought control interfaces for neurorehabilitation after stroke or injury.
Brain-computer interfaces for music therapy.
It's heading that way, and AI also holds immense promise for music education and training, not just for therapists, but for caregivers, even for patients themselves.
How?
Providing personalized learning experiences through immersive platforms, maybe platforms that simulate real therapy sessions or teach self-regulation techniques through musical engagement, guided by AI.
This isn't just about healthcare as a service, then.
No, it's about a fundamental, transformative shift in how we approach well-being, leveraging technology to restore and profoundly enhance the human experience in ways that, until recently, were confined to imagination.
It really is. A holistic approach, acknowledging that profound connection between our physical, emotional, mental states, and using music as this powerful, precise conduit for healing. Well, what an incredible exploration into the world of AI-powered music. It's just so clear that while the headlines often focus on the anxieties around AI,
The fears.
the fears of replacement, the purely commercial applications, the stories Phil the creator shared with us today, and all the innovations we've discussed, they paint such a powerful, profoundly hopeful picture of healing, restoration, human flourishing.
This isn't just technology for technology's sake, not at all. It's about restoring purpose, alleviating profound, often debilitating pain, calming deep-seated anxiety, genuinely improving the quality of life for millions across the globe.
It's leveraging that incredible, often underestimated power of music.
In the most precise and impactful ways imaginable, transforming it into true, personalized medicine.
So for you, our listener, here's maybe a final thought to mull over as we wrap up. If AI can help restore a lost melody for someone, allowing them to regain a cherished memory, fundamentally reclaiming a part of their identity, what other forgotten or inaccessible parts of the human experience might this transformative technology help us reclaim in the years to come?
Think about that. Cognitive function, emotional expression, physical capability, maybe even lost skills.
Think about that profound power and its implications as we all continue to build the future of AI.
Really something to consider.
Thank you so much for tuning into the AI Connect radio show today. We deeply appreciate Phil the creator for curating the powerful perspectives that fueled this incredible conversation.
Absolutely. Great material.
And we eagerly look forward to having him dial in very soon to share more with you directly.
Looking forward to it.
Until next time, go for it.
Hey guys, it's your buddy Phil here again. I just wanted to say,
It's been great having you with us today.
Yeah,
Absolutely. We always love having you chime in.
Thank you so much.
Hey, yeah, what's up?
I just wanted to say thank you. You covered the material very well. And I also wanted to share with you that this entire thing was prompted by 3 over 70s contacting me and letting me know the blast they're having with all of this AI and music stuff. They're really enjoying it on the channel. And I decided to put this together not only to remember what they told me, but I also had another user who said, hey, how come no one's talking about this? So this is a topic that needed this very vast coverage. And I think you guys did an absolutely brilliant job. And I just wanted to say thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. That is incredibly kind of you to say.
Thank you so much. And what a fantastic backstory to this topic.
Truly, that's exactly why we do this.
Hearing about those over 70s having a blast with AI music, it just reinforces everything we've been talking about.
It connects right back to that idea of unlocking joy and restoring a sense of purpose.
Exactly. And that user who asked why no one's talking about this, you've given him an answer today.
And we really appreciate you bringing these crucial topics to our attention.
Because it's clear this isn't just theory. It's real people experiencing real benefits.
Absolutely.
And finding that joy, that's fantastic.
It's why we felt this topic was so vital, the most important in AI, truly.
Because it impacts lives so directly.
So
Truly.
Thank you again for sharing that with us.
My
Means a
pleasure.
lot.
My pleasure.
Your
Thank you.
insights are truly valued.
Until next time, stay curious and stay well.
And keep thinking about the profound power of AI.
Well, my friends, you heard my minions. I call them the Google bots, not the Google boys. The Google bots. Well, that's just an inside joke. I appreciate you joining and listening. The time right now is, oh my goodness, it's almost another 1:15 again. Let's jump straight into one track, and then I'll hit you up with what is latest and greatest in the world of AI. Another track from the Morph series. Latest and greatest in the world of AI. For those of you who are new to the channel, why don't you check out the latest video that I have on the Suno UMG litigation. Lots of interesting perspectives up there, and I would love for you to share your own perspective about this world of Suno versus UMG. As you heard from our last program, there's more to it than money. There's more to it than AI replacing the musician. We're talking about a greater good in terms of health, body, mind, all that good stuff. Mental health. For AI music to be transforming that industry should be a wake-up call for us to focus on the big stuff. Get along, find solutions that make everyone happy, but don't lose sight of the fact that AI music is massively changing lives, and the application of AI in music as a whole.
Looking for wires to connect. Let's not oppressed, reject what's not blessed. Hearts drawn and wide, binding light. Hearts drawn oppressed, reject what's not blessed. Hearts drawn and wide, binding us wherever we might be. Highs, lows, wherever we go, make us good, make us real, give us warmth that we feel. Oh, Spirit, give us fire, give us love. Quench that desire.
Elevate, 20 minutes past the hour. Getting into the latest and greatest in the world of AI. You've probably heard about the Grok Imagine, Elon Musk's XAI. They launched Grok Imagine, an AI tool that's capable of generating both safe for work content and The NSFW images. Things that make you go, Elon. Yeah, we already know that Elon has been quite a controversial figure, not only in the world of business, but in the world of politics. And, this release has sparked debate about content guardrails and moderation on generative AI platforms. I mean, this is someone who's probably got kids that are going to be on that platform. And it just makes you ask the question, how much is too much with AI? Another banging track from my Morph series, M''AUFE. This is called You've Gotta Move. And if these jams are hitting you good, you need to go on down to wherever your music is, Spotify, Apple, YouTube Music. You'll be able to check it out. It's called You Gotta Move. And speaking of having to move, very recently OpenAI introduced a study mode for ChatGPT, aiming to provide a more focused learning experience for those students who gotta move. Still continuing on the topic about mental health, our recently concluded show, ChatGPT is reportedly implementing mental health guardrails after some concerns about the chatbot not adequately recognizing potential signs of delusions. We got a cooking virtual band here that I put together right there on Suno. If you want to know more about how to create banging tracks, banging hits, you need to be a subscriber to this channel because a lot more is coming out. Yeah, you've got to go, my friends. You got to go. Go on AI Creatives, this channel right here, and become one of our subscribers. Still on the topic of artificial intelligence in the news, the White House released a comprehensive AI action plan, which is a bit of a relief because AI is so fast these days. Before you know what hits you, another piece of news come out. In the AI action plan is an outline of how the administration wants to approach regulating and fostering responsible AI development. The administration is reportedly negotiating with NVIDIA and AMD to receive a percentage of their chip sales to China in a move that raises questions about national security and trade policy. On China's AI chip strategy, they are reportedly urging local firms to avoid using NVIDIA's H2O AI chips due to security concerns, while the US government is seeking to gain revenue from these sales. Banging track from my Morph series, still on the topic of AI. Perplexity AI made a bid of $34.5 billion. Think about that. $34.5 billion? Who do they think they are? Elon Musk? In their bid for Perplexity AI's wanting to get Google Chrome for $34.5 billion, people are describing this as a stunt. It's quite an unusual bid.
Nothing seems to happen here today.
Another track from my banging Nothing Seems to Happen Here Today track. Morph, M''AUFE. There have been lots of breakthroughs in AI. Lots of AI topics in the news this week. So going beyond Perplexity AI's rather interesting bid, we also have ChatGPT 5, which came out not too long ago. We have a lot of raving fans, and I actually went into GPT 5 and it actually built me a game of Space Invaders at alarmingly rapid rates. I could barely believe what it did, and so quick. Still on the topic of AI, the ongoing discussion about AI's impact on workforce continues, with some reports highlighting potential job cuts alongside claims of increased efficiency. But we already know about that, don't we? You know, to be quite honest, the best way to deal with AI is to understand it, bridle it, bottle it, do whatever you need to do, but definitely don't let it get away from you. The boys at Microsoft reached a $4 trillion market capitalization fueled by the AI boom. Microsoft didn't sleep on AI. One of the first to capitalize on it, introducing Copilot into their tools. We got to give them kudos for that. On the flip side of all the celebration and jubilation of AI, there are actually concerns that AI models could be inadvertently learning each other's bad behaviors. And this, of course, raises risks associated with the technology.
Tell me the truth. Is your spirit very heavy? Or are you feeling kind of lazy? Or do you just not care Tell me the truth now. You're just kind of lazy. Do you not care less anyway? Oh, tell me the truth now. You're just kind of lazy. Do you not care less anyway?
And as the song says, do you just not care less anyway? This song is over 30 years old. Wrote this song a long time ago. Forgot about it on a cassette and decided to reinvent the song by breathing life into it from Zuno and other tools. Talking about other tools, for those of you who are new to the world of AI, there's such a thing called a DAW. The world of AI music is being celebrated, but there's a lot more beyond just churning out a quick track from Zuno. And those of you who know what I'm talking about, I want you to smash that like button in agreement that beyond the stuff we get out of Zuno, we also got to think about mastering and elevating the right frequencies. But talking about caring less anyway, we care, and that's why we're looking ahead, right? The AI landscape, it continues to evolve rapidly with new tools and applications by the minute. And as the tools come out of the woodworks, policy debates are emerging constantly, and that's why this channel is a voice of reason. We're not just looking to hear from people who agree that the world of AI is needed. No, we're looking for people who disagree and are skeptical. You know, a great man of our time is Dr. Ed DeBono. He has a colorful theory set of hats, and you can actually Google this. It's called the 6 Thinking Hats. And one of the hats is a doom and gloom hat. There's nothing wrong wearing the doom and gloom hat. We shouldn't always wear the optimism hat. There are times when you need to be that devil's advocate and fact-checking. And there are concerns around responsible AI development, including ethical considerations and potential misuse. And that remains a central focus even on this channel. We're talking about it all the time. Another track from my Morph series, M''AUFE. It's called Cinnamon Skies. Let's check it out.
Cinnamon skies, cinnamon skies, just like grandma's pies, gives me delight, way beyond the light. Cinnamon skies, brighter days, peace and
And as always, with new technologies, there's bound to be competitions, and therefore the competition between major tech companies, tech giants, is going to intensify. As the AI space expands, you can expect to have a lot more wars, business wars between organizations, so bridle yourself for the drama. It's just beginning to unfold.
feels so good, just like bliss. Peace, nothing to miss. Fresh air breeze, toes and sand on the beach. Wind blowing on my face, vitamin D, a thing of grace. Spirit, please do, 'cause I need you. I This world is full of craziness, but I know you've got me in all the madness. Help me grow, help me expand, help me see, help me stand. Let me see the cinnamon skies, a blessing just for my eyes. And those are the great people around me. 'Cause life is all about connectivity. Spirit,
track's called Cinnamon Skies from my Morph release. You can find this everywhere music is. Spotify, Apple, YouTube Music. We're going to calm things down a little bit and go into jazz mode, where we can chill and relax a little bit more. It's been quite intense with all that AI talk. Let's jump into a little bit of jazz. Let's relax. Let's experience it. I'm going to hit you up with some smooth jazz till we get to the top of the next hour. This album is from the Chill Fill series. Nothing but head nodding, head bobbing tracks to keep you relaxed. Let's jump in. For those of you new to the station, just remember that every Wednesday, the time is 11 p.m. Eastern. You know, in the U.S., we have the Eastern and the Pacific. We're talking about Eastern, which is 8 Pacific, around about this time. But as the time zone shifts around, just make sure, remember where you are. Like there's some states like Arizona, time doesn't change there. But at 11 p.m. Eastern, my friends, is an opportunity for you to join us and share what is near and dear to you in the world of AI, what's on your chest, what you've been thinking about over the past week of AI. It's a potpourri of ideas. Come share with us the good, the bad, and the black hat. Let's talk about it. All right, my friends, it's about that time. The turntable's going to come to a slow halt as we shift into our main programming. Thank you for joining me so far. I look forward to catching you again soon.